Shalom, y'all. First, I want to give all praises to Yahuwah, who the world ignorantly calls God, in the name of his son, Yahusha, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's just a follow-up video, part two, about Cornelius is an Israelite, because I ran out of space on my last one on my other phone and it cut off. So I'm going to just kind of continue where that one left off at. I was running out of time, so I'll start rushing. But I was going into how Numbers 12, verse 6 mentions how Almighty deal with visions with the Israelites. So I'm going to just get that real quick. This is Numbers 12, verse 6. And he said, "Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I will make myself known unto him in a vision and will speak to him in a dream." Now, I'm not saying Cornelius is a prophet, but Almighty dealt with him in a dream. So he was one of the people. That's what I'm going to say. Let's go to Hosea 12, verse 10. I have also, Hosea 12, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets and used similitudes by the mystery of the prophets. So like I have spoken by the prophets and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the mysteries of the prophets. So Almighty sent the angel to talk to Cornelius in a vision. So he had to be one of the people because he was dealing with him in a vision. When he talked to Abimelech in a dream, he gave dreams to other kings, but they had to be interpreted by an Israelite. Daniel had to interpret a dream, and Joseph had to interpret a dream. So when you read Acts 10, verse 1, you see it says, Acts 10, verse 3, it says, he saw in a vision, evidently about the ninth hour, an angel of Yahuwah coming into him and saying to him, Cornelius. So he was definitely an Israelite. Almighty sent the angel to him. You feel me? And another way he was an Israelite is because Scripture uses the word devout to reference him. Acts 10, 1 and 2. There was a certain man in Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of the band called the Italian band, a devout man, one that feared God with all his house, which gave much alms to the people and prayed to God always. So he was a devout man from the northern kingdom, and he gave many alms. He built the brothers a synagogue, the Jews. He built them a synagogue. That's in Luke chapter 7. So then you go back to Acts 2, verse 5, and it says, and there were dwelling at Jerusalem devout men, There go that word again, devout. Out of every nation under heaven. So that's letting you know he was an Israelite. It's calling him devout. Ain't no heathen devout, man. Ain't no heathen devout. Let's get a second Ezra's. Second Ezra's 3. It's not second Ezra's. Where is that? I can't find the precept, but it says I know it's the second Ezra's, I believe. It says, you have found that Israel has kept your commandments and not the heathen. Let me just see. It might be first Ezra's. I could be off a little bit. Let me check. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, I could be way off. But that's what the precepts say, though. Israel has kept your commandments, but not the heathen. I don't want to butcher it, so I'm gonna go get my other phone real quick so I could bring it out. 336. I was off. I was right there. Salakia. Second Ezra 336. You shall find that Israel by name has kept your precepts, but not the heathen. So Cornelius couldn't be devout if he was a heathen. Heathen never keep the commandments. That's why they think that they grafted in and all they got to do is abstain from eating blood and from things sacrificed to idols. They think that's all they got to do and they could get the kingdom. They ignore that you got to have a beard, you can't be shaven, They say it's still all right to eat pork, because they be butchering Mark chapter 7 and Matthew 15. And they hate the Israelites, man. They call us a cult and say we twisting scripture and we full of hate because we not including them. But let me finish. Acts 2 verse 5 calls the Jews devout because they was keeping the commandments. So let's see where else it calls people devout. We got a 2 Maccabees 1:19. Second Maccabees 1:19. For when our fathers were led into Persia, the priests that were then devout took the fire of the altar privately and hid it in a hallowed place of a pit without water, where they kept it sure, so that the place was unknown to all men. So it called the priests devout because they was keeping the commandments. They was keeping the law. Just like it called the Jews in Acts 2:5, just like it called Cornelius in Acts 10, verse 2. Now let's see where else. First Maccabees 2:42. First Maccabees 2:42. Now I'm gonna just start at 39 so we could get the context. Now when Mattathias and his friends understood, hereof they mourned for them right sore. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brothers have done, and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they will now quickly root us out of the earth. At that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whosoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against them. Neither will we die, all as our brothers that were murdered in the secret places. Then came there unto him a company of Assyrians, who were mighty men of Israel, even all as such were voluntarily devoted unto the law. So there's that word, devoted, again, in reference to the law, talking about Israelites. So Cornelius had to be an Israelite because scripture called him devout. And because he was giving alms, he built the brothers a synagogue. Ain't no nasty Roman finna do that, man. They hated us. They was spitting on the Messiah and mocking him. And like I was saying, when you go to Acts 10, Acts 10 verse 28. I'm gonna bring it up on my phone too, so I could go into the etymology and stuff. So when you go to Acts 10:28, and you go into the word nation, it leads to Israelites. It goes back to Israelites. I'm gonna read it first. Acts 10:28. And he said unto them, you know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation. But Yahuwah has showed me that I shall not call any man common or unclean. He called him a man. I ain't gonna even go into that. So you know it was talking about the Israelite. I ain't gonna even go there though. So when you go to that word, man of another nation, it says to a foreigner, that's the Greek 246. That's a two-part word. It says foreign, usage, foreign, of another tribe or race. And the word origin says from allos in Fulan. So we're going to click on allos. And it says other, another of more than two, different. In the help word studies, I'm on Bible Hub. If you want to look this up yourself and follow along. So the Greek word 246 is from 243. It's a primitive word. Another of the same kind. Another of a similar type. So we're going to go back to 246 because it said it's from allos and Fulan. So we're going to go to Fulan too. And the Strong's exhaustive concordance says from allos and Fule. I don't know if you can see it right there. From allos and Fule. So I'm going to click on Fule. And it says a tribe or race of people. To generate a tribe, race, lineage, the descendants of a common ancestor like the progeny springing from Jacob. So Cornelius was an Israelite. And with that, I'm going to close out. I'm going to say all praises to the Most High, Yahuwah. I know the truth, and I'm going to keep learning it for the rest of my life. Shalom.